Welcome, everybody, out to the softball field for tonight's Thursday night matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles. I'm Philip Catafamo. Happy to have you along with me here on April Fool's Day, but we are not fooling. We've got some great softball action for you coming up as the Marauders look to continue their winning ways against the Flagstaff Eagles, beating the same Eagles team on Tuesday on the road, but they're back home to take on the Flagstaff Eagles, and they look for back-to-back wins to continue their perfect record so far in the 2021 season. The Marauders, as I mentioned, coming off a victory on Tuesday, beating the Flagstaff Eagles 3-0. They also won on Saturday against the Williams Vikings 10-0, back-to-back wins, and the Marauders are looking for victory number 3 on this early April Fool's weekend, or I guess I should say Easter weekend. But regardless, we are in for some fun softball action tonight as the Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles. We'll get you a preview of this game, get you the starting lineups, the national anthem, and first pitch right around the corner. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV. We will be right back.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Want to welcome you out to the softball field for tonight's Thursday night softball matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles. As I mentioned before we went to break, these two teams played earlier this week, and the Marauders were able to get the best of the Flagstaff Eagles 3-0 up in Flagstaff. Mikkel Gordon in that game, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Alexis Ayersman, 2 for 4. Marissa Vaca, the junior, 1 for 3. And Alexis Ayersman on the mound doing it for the Marauders. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts. She pitched very, very well in the victory against these Flagstaff Eagles. But, of course, today is a new day. Coach Ray Hernandez and his Flagstaff Eagles are looking for a victory to improve their record from 4-1 to 5-1, whereas Coach John Brown for the Mingus Marauders is looking to keep these Eagles quiet here at home. We will patiently wait to turn the broadcast over to public address announcer Brian Saravo to get us these starting lineups and the national anthem. As I mentioned, we are just a couple minutes away from the first pitch as the Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles. You can see the team there wearing some festive clothing for a very interesting day. Of course, today is April Fool's Day, but the Marauders keeping that party-like mentality, that cool, calm, and collected mentality they have on the field. As you can see, some of the players wearing some small sombreros, a couple girls wearing some leis, and I think I saw some coconut bras as well. But regardless, it has been an absolute fun pregame for these Mingus Marauders. But regardless, despite the hats, despite the leis, and the party mentality, this team is focused and ready to go and are looking for another victory against the Flagstaff Eagles, who I mentioned earlier, the Marauders beat earlier this week on Tuesday 3-0. The Flagstaff Eagles, however, coming into this game 4-1 overall. They got some victories against Greenway on the 24th. They won 2-1 against Greenway. Lily Anderson had a good game, 1 for 2 with 1 RBI. Andy Elliott, the senior, 2 for 4, and Reese Elliott, the sophomore, 1 for 2 with 1 RBI. And as I mentioned, this team struggled a little bit at the plate. Coach Hernandez telling me that the Flagstaff Eagles worked on hitting this week. Of course, they were shut out in the loss against Mingus on Tuesday, but we'll see what Coach Hernandez has in store for Coach Brown, as they focused a lot on hitting during practice this week. For Coach Brown, well, it's going to be keeping the game plan the same. Alexis Ayersman will be on the mound for the Marauders as she was on Tuesday on the road. Ayersman, though, coming into this game, she has been absolutely lights out as the dedicated ace for the Mingus Marauders. Of course, Marissa Vaca has gotten some time, but Ayersman coming into this game, 17 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, and 36 strikeouts so far in this early 2021 season, and she is one of the many reasons why this Marauder team sits atop the 4A Grand Canyon region for softball. Ayersman with a 0.82 ERA, 2 wins on the season in 3 appearances. She'll get appearance number 4 tonight against the Flagstaff Eagles, a team that she handled very well. As I mentioned, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts for the Marauders in that shutout victory. Coaches are still deliberating, passing over the lineups. As I mentioned, let's get to the starting lineups for the Flagstaff Eagles. It'll be Andy Elliott. Elliott will be playing over at shortstop. Then Gianna Baca will be the pitcher on the mound for the Flagstaff Eagles tonight. Olivia Lansines will be the right fielder. Handling the catching duties will be Lily Anderson. Anderson headed off to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University after playing her senior season here. So congratulations to Lily Anderson for obtaining a scholarship to go play some softball in Prescott. Reese Elliott will be handling duties in center field. Alyssa Williams will be playing first base. Leanna Albert will be playing third. Cheyenne Thompson will be playing left field. And Bianca Wilson will be the second baseman for the Flagstaff Eagles. We'll turn it over to Brian Saravo, the public address announcer. But when we come back, we'll have softball for you. Stay with us.
Streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/Verde Valley TV. Introducing first the visiting Flagstaff Eagles, number 13, Gracie Schmidt. Number 4, Bella Baca. Number 17, Kayla Henry. And your starting lineup tonight, batting 9th, playing second, number 2, Danica Wilson. In left field, batting 8th, number 14, Shania Thompson. Playing third, batting 7th, number 10, Leanna Albert. At first, batting 6th, number 3, Alyssa Williams. In center field, batting 5th, number 9, Reese Elliott. Batting 4th, playing catcher, number 7, Lily Anderson. In right field, batting 3rd, number 5, Olivia Lansins. Pitching today, batting 2nd, number 8, Gianna Baca. And leading off, playing short, number 1, Andy Elliott. And now for your Mingus Marauders, number 28, Kiki Saravo. Number 1, Kaya Soki. Number 5, Yasmin Mestis. Number 21, Tabby Freeman. And now your starting lineup in center in the flex position, number 9, McKenna Watson. Your DP today, batting 9th, number 4, Kaylee Watson. Playing third, batting 8th, number 23, Mikkel Gordon. In right field, batting 7th, number 18, Cameron Jones. Behind the plate, batting 6th, number 22, Sydney Stapleton. At third, batting 5th, number 17, Mallory Copeland. At short, batting 4th, number 33, Marissa Vaca. On the mound today, batting 3rd, number 99, Alexis Ayresman. Batting 2nd, number 6, Mackenzie Figgy. And playing 2nd, leading off today, number 3, Ella Balo. Now, if you would please rise. Unfortunately, no flag today, but there is one at the football field. We'll face towards the football field for the singing of today's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
Well, here we are on the softball field at Mingus Union High School as the Mingus Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles. Philip Catafamo, happy to have you along with me here. It'll be Andy Elliott, Gianna Baca, and Olivia Lansines, the 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles. And they will face Alexis Ayersman, the pitcher for the Mingus Marauders, the junior, coming into this game pitching quite well for the Marauders. Of course, the last time these two teams matched up, Ayersman, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts on the day for Alexis Ayersman in Flagstaff. But here at home, Ayersman comes into this game, 17 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 36 strikeouts with a 0.82 ERA. And we'll see if Ayersman can keep the bats of the Flagstaff Eagles quiet. Let's take you around the diamond. For the Mingus Marauders, it'll be Mallory Copeland over at third. Over at short will be Monica Vaca. Over at second, Ella Balo. Over at first, Mikkel Gordon. In the outfield, Mackenzie Figge handling duties in left field. Kylie Watson in center. Cameron Jones out in right field. And, of course, the battery of Alexis Ayersman on the mound and Sydney Stapleton behind the dish for the Mingus Marauders. Again, Andy Elliott, Gianna Baca, and Olivia Lansines will be the 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles as we get things going here in the top of the first inning. Should be a good game. Marauders looking for another win against the Flagstaff Eagles to keep their record perfect at a perfect 7-0, currently sitting at 6-0, whereas the Flagstaff Eagles would love to not only get a revenge game win, but to knock out that perfect record of the Mingus Marauders. You can see Coach Ray Hernandez making his way to the third base side for the Flagstaff Eagles, and Andy Elliott awaits the first pitch from Alexis Ayersman. It is a gorgeous night here in Cottonwood, Arizona. A little breezy, still a little warmer than we're used to, but quite a wonderful night. Little overcast skies as we get started here for the first pitch. Elliott steps in. Ayersman gets the call from Stapleton. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike, and we are underway. 0-1 count to Andy Elliott, and the Marauders starting off on the right foot. Elliott sets in here for the second pitch. 0-1 count, no outs, top of the first inning. 0-0 our score. The 0-1 is outside. The count will now go to 1-1. Elliott had a good game and a win against Greenway on the 24th. 2 for 4 in that 2-1 victory against Greenway. But here, 1-1 count against Alexis Ayersman, and the Marauders going to be a chopper. Copeland picks it up. Throw on to first is in time for the first out. Great play for Mallory Copeland over at third, and 1 down for the Mingus Marauders. So 1 down for the Mingus Marauders as Gianna Baca steps in, the pitcher for the Flagstaff Eagles. 1 down for the Marauders here in the top of the first inning. Ayersman, first pitch on the way to Baca is going to be foul. Baca got a piece on it. So an 0-1 count here with 1 down. Ayersman now. The 0-1 on the way to Baca. Going to be a slow early here. Balo able to get a grab on it. Throw on to first. Back-to-back outs for the Marauders. 2 down. Olivia Lansines will check in. Lansines will be playing right field tonight for the Flagstaff Eagles. Waiting on deck is the catcher, Lily Anderson. Forgot to mention Andy Elliott will be going to play, I believe, at Paradise Valley Community College for softball next year. So congratulations to Andy Elliott on taking that next step. Check swing here from Lansines is going to go for a strike as she fouls that one off. And as I mentioned, Lily Anderson is going to be playing school pretty close to here at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott. So congratulations to Andy and Lily for finding some scholarships and playing some softball at the next level. 0-1 count here to Lansines with 2 down. The pitch on the way, runs inside. The count will go to 1-1. So a 1-1 count here to Lansines with 2 outs. No one on. 0-0 our score. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. Count will go to 1-2. It was a ground ball for out number 1 to third base, and then a ground ball to second for out number 2. 2 down for the Mingus Marauders. Olivia Lansines awaits the 1-2 from Alexis Ayersman. The pitch is high. The count will go to 2-2. Great job from Lansines to lay off that high cheese. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the top of the first. The 2-2 on the way from Ayersman is going to be foul. Now the count will remain 2-2. When the Marauders get a chance to bat, it'll be Balo, Figge, and Ayersman to start off the bottom of the first inning. 2 down, 2 balls, 2 strikes, the 2-2. Not a bad spot to miss from Ayersman as that draws the count full 3-2. Maybe a little bit too low for our home plate umpire. Didn't look too bad from my view, but of course I'm calling the game, not umpiring. So the count will go 3-2. Full count, pitch on the way. Fouled off again. Lansing's doing a good job battling at the plate. Coach Hernandez telling me that the focus in practice was hitting. They were shut out in the game on Tuesday, 3-0 against these Mingus Marauders. And Coach Hernandez putting the emphasis on hitting. And Flagstaff so far hitless, but 3-2 count. Lansing's could be the first base runner. She's getting some nice pieces as that one goes foul and out of the ballpark. It is also opening day for Major League Baseball, so what a better way to celebrate some opening day than to watch some softball. The freshman Mingus baseball team is playing over at the freshman field, and the JV team is playing over at the varsity field. So we've also got a track meet going on, a lot going on here. The 3-2. That's going to be high. It'll be a walk. So Lansing's gets on with a walk, the first base runner for the Mingus Marauders. And here comes Lily Anderson, the catcher. Anderson 1 for 2 with 1 RBI in that victory against Greenway. We'll see what she can do here against Ayersman, getting another opportunity to see her. Of course, Ayersman pitched in that game earlier this week on Tuesday at Flagstaff. First one on the way to Ayersman, or to Anderson, excuse me, from Ayersman. It's going to go high for ball 1. Stapleton keeping an eye on Lansing's over at first. Lansing's almost lost her footing there, kind of trying to come back to first, but she is safe. 1-0 count here. 2 down, runner on first. Pitch on the way. Off speed is in the dirt. Stapleton unable to keep it in front of her. Lansing's will move to second on the pass ball. And the Eagles with their first base runner in scoring position early on here in the top of the first. 2 balls, no strikes to Lily Anderson. Anderson going to protect here with 2 down, or excuse me, with 2 balls, no strikes, the 2-0. It's going to go high for 3-0. Lansing's will stay over at second. So Ayersman got to keep that ball down a little bit. A couple of those pitches going high. We'll see if she can settle down here. Work her way back in the count with a 3-0 count. We'll see if Anderson swings if anything's close, the 3-0. She will watch it go in for a strike. And the count will go to 3-1. So Ayersman slowly working her way back in this count. (3-1) with 2 down, runner over at second. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. Count to go to 3-2. Good velocity on that fastball from Ayersman. Draw the count full here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the first inning. The 3-2. Popped up. Coming over to grab it. Vaca unable to make the catch. Coming in to score as Lansing's the throw home is not in time. Ayersman cuts it off. They might get the runner out at second. They will. So the run does come around and score. But the Marauders able to get Anderson out in the pickle for out number 3. And we will head to the bottom of the first. The Marauders down 0-1. Stay with us.
Lawler Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Lawler Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Lawler Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone. At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Want to welcome you back here to the softball field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. The Marauders currently down 1-0 to the Flagstaff Eagles. It'll be Ella Balo, Mackenzie Figge, and Alexis Erzman, the 1-2-3 for the Mingus Marauders, as we take you around the diamond to check out the starting lineups for these Flagstaff Eagles. At third base, it'll be Leanna Albert. At shortstop, it'll be Andy Elliott. At second base, it'll be Danica Wilson. Over at first will be Alyssa Williams. Out in left field, handling the outfield duties will be Cheyenne Thompson. Out in center, Reese Elliott. And over in right field, Olivia Lansines. And behind the plate will be Lily Anderson. And, of course, the pitcher on the mound, that is Gianna Baca. As I mentioned, Ella Balo will lead things off for the Mingus Marauders. Balo looking to get things going for the Marauders here as the leadoff hitter. Mingus down 1-0. You can see the Marauder bullpen, or excuse me, the Marauder dugout hyped on that Rihanna song that just played here. But anyway, 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Balo steps in, awaits the first pitch from Baca. It is on the way, and she watches that one away for ball one. Balo coming into this game batting .500, 6 hits and 12 at-bats, 6 RBIs so far for the junior. The 1-0 going in the dirt for ball two. Balo looking to get things started for the Mingus Marauders. Good position here, up in the count 2-0, with no outs here in the bottom of the first. The 2-0 from Baca. Watched away for a strike. So the count goes 2-1 here with no outs. Baca did not pitch in that game on Tuesday. The 2-1 is away for ball three. So the Marauders kind of getting their first looks at the pitcher, Gianna Baca. And Balo ahead in the count here, 3-1. We'll see what she does. 3-1 on the way. Baca gets a chop at it. Off the glove of the third baseman, Albert. Balo will get on. So a leadoff single for Ella Balo, and the Marauders have their first base runner of the night. And here comes Mackenzie Figge. Figge 1 for 2 in the win on Saturday versus Williams. And she comes into this game batting .400, 4 for 10 so far with 2 RBIs and 1 double. 4 hits so far for Mackenzie Figge, the junior. Ella Balo over at first, got on with a leadoff single. First one on the way to Figge is away for a ball. So 1-0 here. Runner over at first. No outs. The 1-0. Outside corner, got it for strike one. Now the count will run 1-1. Balo looking to move, or excuse me, Figge looking to move Balo over from first. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Figge drops down the bunt. It'll go foul. The count now will go to 1-2. Not bad. Not a bad idea there for Mackenzie Figge, taking a look at the positioning of Albert. Figge's got the wheels to make it all the way from home to first, as you can see Albert playing off of third base a little bit closer towards home for this exact reason. Of course, Figge not a slap hitter, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But if she lays down a bunt, she's got the wheels to make it. The 1-2. Figge does get a piece of that one. Backhand grab from Elliott. Throw on to second is in time and out at second. Wilson goes down on the slide, but she's all right. 1 down for the Flagstaff Eagles. And Figge gets on. Alexis, we'll take another look at it here. You can see the great backhand play there from Elliott. And on the turn, Wilson unable to make that turn because she was taken down by Balo. Of course, not intentionally, just standing in the wrong spot. First one on the way to Alexis Erzman. She rips that one down the line past third and short. It'll be a base hit for Erzman with one down. Figge will move to second, and the Marauders have 2 on and only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll be Marissa Vaca. We'll get a pinch runner here, as Kaya Soki will check in as the pinch runner for Alexis Erzman. And let's see what Marissa Vaca can do here. Runner over at first. 1 down. Runner over at second as well. Vaca awaits the first pitch from Baca. Takes that one inside for a ball. They're going to say it was a little inside, so the count will go to 1-0. Good crowd here for a Thursday night. Some Flagstaff Eagles fans making their way down to Mingus. And, of course, the Marauder faithful here, the 1-0. That one's inside for a strike. Throw down to second. Nobody's there to bounce off the bag. Figge will stay over at second, and Soki will stay over at first. Count will go to 1-1. So a 1-1 count here with 1 down. Runner at second, runner over at first. Vaca looking to move somebody in. Marauders down 0-1. The 1-1. Slow roller. Wilson looking for the double play. Over to Elliott. Elliott on to first, not in time. Runners are on the corners now. So Vaca will get on, and now Mallory Copeland will step up. So with 2 outs here, Copeland will step up, trying to move Figge into scoring position and tie this game up and extend the 2-out rally for the Marauders. First one on the way to Copeland. The pitch from Vaca is going to be right back at the pitcher. Vaca throw on to first is in time for the final out. So the Marauders strand 2 and score none as we head to the second inning. Mingus looking to keep the bats quiet. Stay with us.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
It'll be Reese Elliott, Alyssa Williams, and Leanna Albert, the 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles here in the top of the second. Philip Katafmo, happy to have you along with me here on Verde Valley TV. It is Mingus Marauder softball as the Marauders take on the Flagstaff Eagles, currently down 1-0 as we start the top of the second inning. Erzman didn't necessarily struggle in the first. Flagstaff just taking advantage of a few opportunities here. We'll see what Elliott can give Erzman. The first one's on the way for a strike. So back-to-back leadoff hitters started out with that 0-1 count. And we'll see what Reese Elliott can do here. 0-1, no one out, no one on. Flagstaff looking to extend their lead here up 1-0. The 0-1. Slow chopper. Backhanded by Gordon. Flip over to Balo is in time for out number 1. Alyssa Williams will step up. Williams looking to be the first base runner for the Flagstaff Eagles in this inning. Erzman only allowed 1 hit. 1 run did come around on 1 walk. And the Eagles were able to tack on 1 run. First one on the way. Anderson fouls that one off. Or Williams, fouls that one off. The count will go to 0-1. Leanna Albert waiting on deck. Alyssa Williams is at the plate, the 0-1. Erzman, the 0-1 offering, on the way. That one goes high for ball 1. So a 1-1 count here to Williams. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down here. Erzman looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The 1-1. Runs inside. The count will go to 2-1. Erzman was able to get back-to-back outs to start off the first inning. And then Lansing's got on with a walk, did come around to score on the single from Anderson. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. And then Anderson was out trying to advance from first to second, so the damage was minimal. But regardless, Flagstaff able to tack on a run early on. 2-2 on the way to Williams, the pitch. Right over to Ella Balo. Balo will let it hop, pick it up, throw it on to first for out number 2. So back-to-back outs to start off the second inning, much like the first inning. We'll see if Alexis Erzman can have a little bit more success against that 3-hitter as Leanna Albert will step in. 2 down, no one on. 1-0 Flagstaff leads. First one on the way to Albert, the pitch. She's going to lay down bunt. It'll be popped up, and it will go foul. It'll be a foul ball. So now the count will go to 0-1 here on Albert. So 0-1 here with 2 down. The pitch on the way is high for ball 1. Count will go to 1-1. The 1-1 to Albert with 2 down is low for ball 2. So Erzman again struggling with getting that third out so far. Back-to-back innings here. Of course, still an opportunity for Erzman to get this third out, but was ahead in the count for the past 2 hitters, and now here behind 2-1. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That was a great way to keep my mouth quiet and look for that third out. Good high fastball there from Erzman. Count will go to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. The offering is swung on and missed. It'll be a strikeout. 1-2-3 inning for Alexis Erzman. And a great inning for the junior pitcher. We'll head to the bottom of the second as the Marauders look to get 1 and a lot more. Stay with us.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass. Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Want to welcome you back to the softball field here on the campus of Mingus Union High School as the Marauders currently trail the Flagstaff Eagles 1-0. It'll be Sydney Stapleton, then Cameron Jones and Mikkel Gordon, the 1-2-3 for the Marauders as we kick off the bottom of the second inning. The first one on the way from Baca is in for a strike, and the count will go to 0-1. So the 0-1 count here on the way to Stapleton. Slow chopper right to Baca. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. Easy way to do it here. Cameron Jones will step up. The Marauders in the first inning were able to get runners on the corners, but that's where they stayed. No runs come around for the Marauders, and the Flagstaff Eagles able to strike early in the top of the first. And now the Marauders here in the bottom of the second playing catch-up early on to their 4A Grand Canyon region opponent. We'll see what Cameron Jones can do here. Right fielder waiting the first pitch. First one's on the way and in there for a strike. Mikhail Gordon waiting on deck for the Mingus Marauders with one down. Jones looking to be the first base runner for the Marauders here in the second inning. A 1 count here to Jones. The pitch on the way is in the dirt for ball 1. Good block there by Anderson to keep that one in front of her. Or it looked like it stayed in front of her. I had to mark my sheet here, but I didn't hear a thud, so I'm assuming it stayed in front of her here. But 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cameron Jones. 1 out, pitch on the way. Runs inside for strike 2. So 1-2 the count here to Cameron Jones with 1 out, no one on. Jones looking to be the first base runner here in the bottom of the second inning. Flagstaff leads Mingus 1-0. The 1-2. That's high for ball 2. So Baca, a pretty good inning in the first inning. Only allowed 2 hits. As I mentioned, the Marauders stranding 2. So Baca found herself in a little bit of trouble, but was able to quickly get out of it. No runs come around in the first inning. But here in the second inning, the Marauders looking to change that narrative. The 2-2 on the way to Jones is low for ball 3. (3-2) the count here with 1 down. Jones looking to get on for the Marauders. The 3-2 on the way. Jones watches that one inside. She will get on with a walk. So a 1-out walk for Cameron Jones, and here comes Mikhail Gordon. Gordon 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the win against Flagstaff on Tuesday. She was also 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs on the win on Saturday against Williams. So Gordon looking to keep her hot streak going. Gordon, as I assumed, leading the team in average, .556, 5 hits on 9 at-bats, and 7 RBIs for the junior first baseman. And with a runner on first, the first pitch on the way is in for a strike. Throw down to first is not close. So Gordon awaiting the second offering here from Baca. Pitch on the way. Popped up straight away. We'll see if it stays in the ballpark. Albert tracking it down at third. She'll make the catch. 2 down now for the Flagstaff Eagles. And now it'll be Watson. Kaylee Watson will step up. Kaylee Watson coming into this game batting .200. 1 for 5 so far. We'll see what the senior center fielder can do for the Marauders here. That one's in there for a strike and correction. This is not Kaylee Watson. This is... It is Kaylee Watson. No, I was correct. It is Kaylee Watson. It is McKenna Watson who is out in center. That one is... So no 1 count here to Watson. So Kaylee Watson up at the plate. McKenna Watson waiting. Correction, excuse me. McKenna Watson is playing center. Kaylee Watson is the DH. She is batting in place of McKenna. Kaylee Watson at the plate. Our count is 1-2 with 2 down. That one's away. The count will go to 2-2. Throw down to first again. Is not in time. So the count stays 2-2 here to Watson with 2 outs. Balo waiting on deck. Balo did get on with a single to start off the game. The 2-2. Watson gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Count will stay even at 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Cameron Jones over at first, the 2-2. Slow chopper. Albert off the glove, stays with it, throw on to first, not in time. It'll get past the first baseman. Jones will go over to third. Watson will get on at second, and the Marauders have runners in scoring position for Ella Balo. So we'll see what Ella Balo can do here. Balo did get on with a single, but was thrown out at second on the fielder's choice from Figge. So with a runner on third and second, here's an opportunity for the Marauders to strike in the second inning with 2 outs. That one's away for ball 1. So good time called here as the umpire cleans off the plate. So runner at second and third for the Marauders. Watson at second, Jones over at third, Balo at the dish with 2 outs. The 1-0. That one's away for ball 2. Balo was able to run the count 3-1 in her last at-bat. She got on with a single. And here ahead in the count, 2-0 with 2 outs. We'll see what Baca has for her. Balo smacks that one foul. The count will go to 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Runners on third and second. Mingus looking to tie it up or get the lead. Balo awaiting the 2-1 from Baca. The pitch is away for ball 3. Throw down to third is not in time. Jones is safe. Count will go to 3-1. And Balo, in her last at-bat, was able to get a single on a 3-1 count. We'll see what she can do here with 2 outs. Balo awaiting the 3-1. The pitch on the way. Takes that one away on the corner for strike 2. Nice pitch there from Baca. The count is full, so do or die time here for Ella Balo. Mackenzie Figge waiting on deck. Anything close, Balo's going to want to swing on it. The 3-2. Slow chopper will go foul. Balo will stay alive at the plate. Jones stays over at third. Watson over at second. Balo awaiting the 3-2 with 2 outs. Marauders looking for something here. The 3-2. It'll be away, and they'll call it a strike. And that'll end the inning. So the Marauders strand 2 once again, and they'll look to do it in the third. We head to the top of the third. The Marauders down 1-0 to the Flagstaff Eagles. Stay with us.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Cheyenne Thompson and Danica Wilson and Andy Elliott are the 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles as we pick things up here in the top of the third inning. The Eagles leading the Mingus Marauders 1-0. Ayers been a 1-2-3 inning in the second. We'll see what she can do here in the third. The first one's on the way. Ground ball to Balo. Eats her up at second. And it'll be a base hit for Thompson. So Thompson gets on with a leadoff base hit. And Danica Wilson will step up. Wilson's first at-bat here in the third. And with the runner on first, could potentially really do some damage for the Flagstaff Eagles. Or I should say damage against the Mingus Marauders. The first one swung on and missed for strike 1. opportunity here for the Eagles to extend their lead is my point. Got an opportunity to speak with Coach Provenzano just before we head into the top of the third inning. He's getting his summer practices going. That one swung on a miss for strike 2. Some exciting things going on for the football team here at Mingus Union High School. And it's all led by that man, Doug Provenzano, head coach for the Marauders here. The 0-2 on the way. Watches that one low for a ball. The count will go to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Wilson. Thompson over at first. Marauders would love a double play here, the 1-2. That one's high for ball 2. So now a 2-2 count here to Wilson. Again, Thompson over at first with no outs. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Ayresman. 1 down for the Marauders. She's got 2. And here comes Andy Elliott. Elliott, ground out victim in the first inning. And Ayresman in an opportunity here, if she can get the double play for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, keep the damage light and minimum against these Flagstaff Eagles. First one on the way to Elliott with 1 down. The pitch. That one's high and inside for ball 1. We'll see how much of an eye Stapleton keeps on Thompson over at first. She hasn't necessarily taken too many big leads, but her return back to first has been a little delayed. The 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So Ayresman able to get Elliott swinging on that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 out. The 1-1 on the way to Elliott. The pitch from Ayresman. Slow chopper right past Copeland at third. Thompson will stay at second. It'll be a base hit for Elliott. Her first tonight. And now the Eagles once again with runners in scoring position. Gianna Baca stepping up now. Also a ground out victim in her first at-bat in the first inning. You take a look at the replay there. A nice solid contact there from Elliott. Able to get it right down the line past Copeland. Easy does it for a base hit. 1 down here. Double play still an opportunity for the Marauders. And we'll see if they get it. Copeland picks it up at third. She's only going to go to first for the sure out. So it'll be 2 down for the Marauders. So 2 outs here as Lansines will check in. Lansines got on with a walk. Did come around and score for the Flagstaff Eagles. Mingus with 2 down, but runners on second and third. Anything deep enough in the outfield or past the infield is going to possibly score 1, maybe 2. First one on the way to Lansines. The pitch is in for a strike. The 0-1 on the way. Runs inside for ball 1. So now 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Thompson over at third. Elliott over at second. Lansines at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down here. The pitch from Ayresman. It's going to go right to the shortstop. That's picked up by Vaca. Throw on to first is in time. The Marauders this time get the Eagles to strand a couple on the bags. They still are down 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Stay with us here. We'll be right back.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Mackenzie Figge, Alexis Erzman, and Monica Vaca are the 1-2-3 for the Marauders as we pick things up here in the bottom of the third inning. You can see the Marauder bench there, cheering on their team, keeping things loose. A couple players still wearing those small sombreros and leis. Well, the Marauders looking to celebrate a little bit more here as they are still trailing 1-0, but good opportunity here. Figge was able to get on with the fielder's choice. Erzman behind her got a hit, and Vaca also got on, so we'll call time here as looks like we got a nosebleed potentially. That'll be the second baseman. That's Danica Wilson. So we'll get a brief pause in the game here as Wilson gets treated for her minor nosebleed. Maybe the altitude change here in from going from Flagstaff to Mingus. You never know. But she's okay. More important thing. It was a 5 at-bat inning for the Flagstaff Eagles. Vaca in her second inning of work, stranded 2, only allowed 1 hit and a walk. Did find herself a strikeout to end the inning. You can see Vaca still trying to just keep loose, talking with some of her players. Socially distanced, of course. And the Marauder bench, oh, they're a little closer. Been a nice day so far here on opening day for the major leagues. And then here at the high school level, some girls just enjoying some softball. We got a bunch of fans out here enjoying softball as well. See Alexis Erzman there waiting on deck. Mackenzie Figge waiting to get started. If you're just joining us here, the second baseman for Flagstaff, Danica Wilson, just getting her nose checked out, but she's all right. Gives a smile and a thumbs up to her teammates. And now Mackenzie Figge will get things going here in the bottom of the third inning. Mingus still down 1-0. No outs as Figge will lead things off. As I mentioned, Figge got on with the fielder's choice in the first inning. And we'll see what she can do here in the third. Marauders down 1-0. Figge awaiting the first pitch here from Vaca. She takes that one in there for a strike. A 1 count here to Mackenzie Figge. Pitch on the way. Chopper down the line will go foul. Now the count will go to 0-2. So a quick 0-2 count here to Mackenzie Figge, the junior left fielder. Figge looking to be the first base runner for the Marauders here in the third as they are still trailing 1-0. It was a close game in Flagstaff on the road for the Marauders and a victory 3-0. And very similar score so far, except on the other side, the 1-0 is low for a ball. And I should say the 0-2 is low for a ball. The count will go to 1-2. The 1-2 on the way to Figge with no outs. The pitch popped up straight away. Wilson looking to track it down. Vaca will call everyone off and drop it. So Figge will get on. And now to be Alexis Erzman, the Marauders, with a runner on first. I'm not sure. Vaca just hitting that one off the side of her glove. And you can see the coaches talking about who should have taken that fly ball. And you got to assume you don't really want Vaca coming, quote-unquote, out of the circle. to make a catch like that. And I think that's what the assistant coach for Flagstaff was informing her about is if it's in the circle, okay, but if it's out of the circle, let your infield do it. Wilson was coming in, and I believe even Williams over at first had a much better angle at it, but Baca, you know, a pop-up in the air seemed like an easy out, and unfortunately she dropped it, but she'll get an opportunity here with Alexis Ayersman. No damage done so far, just a runner over at first. Double play still a possibility. First one on the way to Ayersman is in there for a ball. The count will go to 1-0. Again, as I mentioned, Ayersman getting on with a single in the first inning. And the Marauders would love another base hit here from their junior pitcher. The 1-0. Runs inside. The count will go to 2-0, and no throw here from Anderson just yet. But she's keeping an eye on Figgy over at first. Anderson telling Williams to keep an eye. I wouldn't doubt if we get a throw here after this pitch. 2 balls, no strikes here for Alexis Ayersman, the 2-0. Slow chopper will go foul. So the 2-1 here to Alexis Ayersman. Ayersman looking to move Figgy into scoring position or bring her around, depending on how deep she can get it into the outfield. Figgy over at first got on with the error. The 2-1. That'll go foul. Now the count will go to even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with no outs. So Ayersman got to protect here with 2-2. Runner over at first. The pitch. Ayersman does take a hack at one near her ankles. Able to get a piece on it. Count will stay 2-2. So with 2 balls and 2 strikes, we'll see what Ayersman can do here with the runner on first, no outs. The pitch on the way. Ayersman pops that one up straight away. Trying to track it down will be Lansines, and it's off the glove of Wilson, excuse me, and it'll go foul. You know, I hate to dwell on it, but that's potentially 2 outs for the Flagstaff Eagles. Again, no damage done. There's just a runner over at first. Figgy hasn't moved at all, and still a 2-2 count. Double play is still a possibility, but if Baca makes that catch, or at least lets Wilson make that catch on Figgy's at-bat, that's 1 down, and then obviously Ayersman, you know, if they make that catch in the foul territory, that's 2 down. But regardless here, 2-2 here. Ayersman fouls that one off. The count will remain 2-2. Ayersman doing a great job at swinging at anything close here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here, no one out. Figgy over at first, Ayersman at the plate, the 2-2 on the way. Slow chopper, right over to third base. Throw on to first is in time. Everybody's safe. So Albert trying to go to second. Figgy was in time. And Ayersman gets on as well. And now Marissa Vaca will step up. We'll get a pinch runner. It'll be Soki again. We'll take a look at the replay there. Ayersman able to get a piece on it. Albert made a great play at third, didn't go to second, and threw it on to first, and Ayersman just beating out the throw. But a great clean field there from Albert over at third, so we'll see what Vaca can do. She got on with the fielder's choice. She swings and fouls the first pitch. The count will go to 0-1. Mallory Copeland waiting on deck. Runner in scoring position for the Marauders with no outs. I know Coach Brown would love a big inning for the Marauders here as they are down 1-0. The 0-1. Vaca watches that one in for a strike. Throw down to second is going to be into the bag. Figgy will take third. She's going to try for home. Anderson fields it. Figgy's safe. And Soki will move on to second. Marauders have struck. So how about that? Figgy takes second and then takes off for third, scoring to tie the game here in the third. No one out, and now Soki gets herself into scoring position on second. And Vaca waits with an 0-1 count. Or excuse me, a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Vaca. The 1-1 on the way. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. Great stop there from Anderson behind the plate. Two balls, 1 strike here to Marissa Vaca, the shortstop for the Mingus Marauders. She waits the 2-1. The pitch. Skied into left field. Thompson looking to track it down. She will make the catch for out number 1. And that'll be Mallory Copeland. Copeland, a ground out victim in the first inning to end the first inning. As you see Thompson there tracking it down and making the catch. We'll be curious to see if those 2 missed pop-up outs, or I should say those 2 fly balls that bounced off the glove of Baca and Wilson respectively. We'll see if that pays any more dividends here as it already has. Figge came in to score. That one's popped up into right field. Lanseen's trying to track it down. She'll make the catch for out number 2. That ball does get away from the shortstop. That's Elliott, but Soki will stay over at first. So back-to-back flyouts for the Mingus Marauders. 2 down here as now Sydney Stapleton will step up. So Stapleton looking for a base hit, grounded out in the second inning, her only at bat so far. Marauders tied it up here in the third inning, but Baca doing a good job of getting the Marauders to swing and get 2 quick outs. As I mentioned, one of those missed fly balls has already hurt the Eagles so far. First one on the way, that'll go foul. Stapleton getting a piece of that first pitch. Also forgot to mention the Marauder boys tennis team is at home as well. So we've got sports all across the field here. Track going on here on campus. JV baseball over on the varsity field. Freshman baseball on the JV field. Of course, the softball game going on here. The Marauders girls softball junior varsity game was canceled, but the varsity team here tied it up here with Flagstaff as the 0-1 is swung on and missed for another strike. It is the spring season here. 0-2 count to Stapleton. Soki over at second. She is the lone base runner with 2 outs. The 0-2 gets a piece of it to stay alive. So the 0-2 count here to Stapleton with 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Almost swings at it, but lays off the high fastball for ball 1. Good eye there from Stapleton not to swing at that high pitch from Baca. One that can be tough to lay off sometimes. But the count now will go to 1-2 with 2 outs. Marauders able to tie it up here in the third. The 1-2 is going to be fouled off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Soki over at second, Stapleton at the plate. The 1-2 from Baca on the way is a ball. Now the count will go to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Stapleton looking to move Soki and a score. Mingus able to tie it up 1-1. The 2-2. Outside corner, got her looking. Another strikeout, and that'll end the inning. The Marauders able to get to Baca, and they tie it up here 1-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back.
Waller Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Waller Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Waller Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit wallerconstructionaz.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Waller Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Waller Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks.
And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program.
The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone. At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
It'll be Lily Anderson, Reese Elliott, and Alyssa Williams, the 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles. The Marauders finally strike, getting a run across to tie it up 1-1 here as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Alexis Ayresman still on the mound for the Mingus Marauders. So far, 2 strikeouts and just a handful of hits allowed with only 1 run coming across so far for the junior pitcher. As I mentioned, it'll be Lily Anderson stepping up. Anderson got on with a single, but was tagged out at second trying to advance. So let's see what she can do here in her second at-bat of this game here in the top of the fourth inning. Anderson awaits the first pitch here from Ayresman, and it is on the way. Anderson smacks it into deep center field. We'll see if it stays in the ballpark. It will not. It is a leadoff home run for Lily Anderson. And the Eagles extend their lead here 2-1, regaining the lead in the top of the fourth. So what a great piece of hitting there from Anderson. Sending that one to straightaway center field, and Watson can only watch. She just got a nice pitch right into the wheelhouse and drove it deep into center field and straight over the wall. So now the Eagles gave up a run, but get it back here in the top of the fourth inning. We'll see what Reese Elliott can do as Anderson hits a leadoff home run. First one on the way to Elliott. Pitch from Ayresman, ground ball. Copeland will pick it up, throw on to first. Is in time! Able to get the out. Quick throw from Copeland over to first. 1 down. And that'll be Alyssa Williams. Williams grounded out in the second inning. Mingus here with 1 down. It had to be a really quick throw from Copeland, and she made the throw. You see there on the replay. There's a bang-bang play here as Copeland had a little trouble getting it out of her glove, but was able to get the out over at first as Williams takes the first pitch high for a ball. The 1-0 on the way. Williams swung on a miss for strike 1. Count will now go to 1-1. The 1-1 on the way to Williams here with 1 down. The pitch in the dirt for ball 2. 2-1 here with 1 down. Ayresman looking to settle down after giving up the leadoff home run to Anderson. So we gave the Eagles their lead back. That one's in there for a strike. They kind of go to 2-2. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 down. The pitch on the way to Williams is inside. Count will go to 3-2. So full count here. The payoff pitch. Slow chopper. Copeland eats her up at third. Able to back her up as Vaca, but Williams will get on with a single. And now it'll be Leanna Albert. Albert struck out in the second. Marauders would love a double play here. Still 1 down for the Marauders. They now are down 2-1 after the home run from Anderson. First one on the way to Albert. The pitch. Albert will show bunt. Popped it up. Ayresman with the catch. Throw on to first. Double play for the Marauders. They're out of the inning. What a great play. Bang, bang. Ayresman to Balo, and the Marauders are out of the inning with only giving up 1. A home run from Anderson. The Flagstaff Eagles lead 2-1. We'll head to the Marauder half of the fourth, where they look to get their run back and possibly the lead. Stay with us.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
We'll take another look at the final out for the Mingus Marauders. They had one down, and there was a high bunt from Flagstaff. Ayers been able to make the catch, throw on to first for that bang-bang double play to end the top half of the 4th inning. But here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Cameron Jones will step up. The Marauders now down 2-1 as she takes that pitch in for a strike. It was a leadoff home run from Lily Anderson, the catcher for Flagstaff, that gave the Eagles their lead back. They now lead 2-1 here. 0-1 count to Cameron Jones. Jones got on with a walk and was stranded at third in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 on the way is in the dirt, 4-1. Now the count will go to 1-1. The Marauders would love to get that run back that they gave up. It was a close battle when they were in Flagstaff. 3-0 Marauder victory. And here in Mingus, or I should say in Cottonwood, it is very similar. 2-1. Very close ball game so far as that one runs inside for a strike. Ayersman and Baca both pitching well. Baca's got 2 strikeouts so far. Only allowed 1 run to come across. Marauders looking to change that here with Cameron Jones. The 1-2. That one's high for ball 2. Now the count will go to 2-2 for Cameron Jones. Mikkel Gordon waiting on deck. And Kaylee Watson waiting in the hole behind Mikkel Gordon. The 2-2. Jones gets a hook on it. Wilson over to first is in time. But Jones able to get her piece of the bat on there, but not enough to get it past the second baseman Wilson. So that'll be 1 down for the Flagstaff Eagles. And now Mikkel Gordon will step up. Gordon, a pop-up victim in the 2nd inning. Looking for her first base hit tonight. Mikkel leading the team in batting average. Batting .556 with 5 hits and 9 at-bats, 7 RBIs. Of course, her average did dip a little bit because of that pop-up in the 2nd inning, but I'm no mathematician, so the first one's on the way. Gordon able to get a piece of it into right field. It'll fall for a 1-out single for Mikkel Gordon. That'll improve your batting average. She's 1 for 2. And Kaylee Watson will step up. Watson got on with a single. Advanced on the error, but was stranded at second in the 2nd inning. And now with Mikkel Gordon over at first and only 1 down, the Marauders, again, looking to get that run back that they gave up in the top half of this inning. Watson awaiting the first pitch here. The first offering is in for a strike. Watson looking for another base hit. The 0-1. Watson showing bunt. She'll drop it down. Albert will pick it up at first. Throw on to first is in time, but Watson doing her job, moving Mikkel Gordon over to second. 2 down now for the Flagstaff Eagles. So it'll be the top of the order here with Ella Balo. Balo's already got a single. She got it in the first and then struck out in the 2nd to end the 2nd. 2 down for the Flagstaff Eagles. First one on the way. Balo watches that one away for strike 1. So no 1 count here to Balo. Balo able to work a 3-1 count in her first at-bat and a 3-2 count here in her second. That one's popped up. Stans will be looking for a souvenir as that one goes foul. The count will go to 0-2. Ella looking to drive something into the outfield like Gordon did. Marauders looking to tie it up here in the fourth, the 0-2. Balo gets a piece on it. Ground ball over to short. Elliott. They'll tag her out. So that'll end the inning. The Marauders unable to bring around a run. They still are down 2-1 as we head to the top of the fifth inning. We'll be right back.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass, Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
We welcome you back here to the softball field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. The Marauders currently down 2-1 to the Flagstaff Eagles. It'll be Cheyenne Thompson, Danica Wilson, and Andy Elliott here as we begin the top of the fifth inning. The first one on the way to Thompson is in there for a strike. Thompson able to get on with a single in the third inning, but was stranded at second. And a quick 0-1 count here from Erzman. We'll see what Thompson can do. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Count will go quickly to 0-2. Erzman would love a 1-2-3 inning like she got in the second inning. The Marauders playing catch-up here to the Flagstaff Eagles so far. They're down 2-1. The 0-2. That one smacked foul. Good job of Thompson to stay alive. It was a 3-0 victory for the Mingus Marauders on Tuesday against these Flagstaff Eagles, but here at home, Marauders struggling a little bit, but the Eagles. Coach Ray Hernandez telling me that hitting was one of the things that they focused on in practice this week, and so far it's paying off. The 0-2 is away for both one. Now the count will go to 1-2. Still no outs for the Marauders. Thompson awaits the 1-2. The pitch is high and inside for ball two. So Thompson, patient at the plate, was behind in the count, now runs it even, 2-2. The pitch on the way. Hits her on the thigh. So Thompson will get on with a hit by pitch. And now to be Danica Wilson. Wilson struck out in the third inning. Andy Elliott waiting on deck. Elliott's already got a single so far. She found one in the third. Thompson is okay, just walking off the softball to the leg. Never fun to get hit right in the thigh. Very tender part of the leg. But Thompson is okay over at first. She gets on with a hit by pitch. So far, 1 for 1 on the day. And we'll see what Danica Wilson can do here with the runner over at first. No outs. Flagstaff leading 2-1 here in the top of the fifth. First one on the way from Erzman, the pitch. Runs high for ball one. And again, we'll keep an eye on Thompson over at first. We'll see if Stapleton wants to throw down. 1-0 count. Pitch on the way. That one's foul. Count will go to 1-1. It should be a little easier for Stapleton if she does want to go over to first, with Wilson being a right-handed batter. Stapleton doesn't even necessarily have to come out of her squat to make that throw over to first, so we'll see what she does with Thompson over at first. But a 1-1 count here to Wilson. The pitch on the way. Runs outside, throw down to first. We'll see if they got her in time. The tag is not there. What I tell you, Count to go to 2-1. Stapleton keeping an eye on Thompson over at first. 2-1 count with no outs. The 2-1. That'll be off the end of the bat for Wilson, so the count will go to 2-2. Two balls, two strikes here with no out. Thompson over at first. The 2-2. That'll go foul. Wilson staying alive at the plate. Ersman still looking for her first out of the inning. Thompson got on with a hit by pitch. Puts her over at first. And now Wilson here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. And the top of the 5th inning, Flagstaff looking to extend their lead. Whereas the Marauders playing catch up here. The 2-2 from Ersman on the way. Off the end of the bat, Balo unable to make the catch. She'll look to make the throw over to second. She will, so they will get Thompson out at second. Thompson smartly staying at first on that pop-up, but Balo takes a short hop right in front of her. Able to stay in front of it and does get the out. So Wilson does get on. And now it'll be Andy Elliott. Elliott got a single in the 3rd, as I mentioned, and grounded out in the 1st. Now with the runner on first, we'll see what she can do with 1 out. Throw down to second. We'll see if they got Wilson, and they did not. So she takes off with a stolen base. And now the Eagles have another runner in scoring position. You see the throw down there, just a little too low there for Vaca to field it cleanly. Not a terrible throw from Stapleton, just not right on the money. First one on the way to Elliott is foul. Still 1 down here. Wilson will more than likely stay over at second. Two 2-1 here. The pitch to Elliott. That one is also foul. Run out of real estate down the third base line. 1-2 the count here with 1 out. Marauders looking to keep these Flagstaff Eagles off the scoreboard. Unable to do so in the previous inning. Only 1 down here. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Make it 2 outs for Alexis Ersman. Another strikeout for the junior. 2 down. That'll give Ersman 3 strikeouts so far tonight. She had 12 in the game on Tuesday. Getting a piece on it is Baca. She'll get on safely. Ersman almost making the grab. But it'll be a base hit for Baca. That is her first tonight. And now Lansines will check in. Lansines a walk in the first, did come around to score and then grounded out in the 3rd. Marauders still looking for their 3rd out of the inning. And with runners on the corners, Ersman looking to keep the Eagles off the scoreboard. Pitch on the way. Outside corner, throw down to second is right to Ersman, smartly from Stapleton to see if Thompson wanted to take off from 3rd. So with 2 outs here, the count. The 1-0 on the way, the pitch. Runs inside. Count will be 1-1. Goes in there for a strike. Lily Anderson waiting on deck, hit a leadoff home run in the 4th inning to give the Eagles their lead back 2-1. 1-1 count here to Lansines. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Ersman looking for out number 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Lansines. 2 outs, runners at 3rd and 2nd. And excuse me, that's not Thompson over at 3rd. That is Wilson over at 3rd. That one to go for a ball. Thompson was out on the ground ball to Balo. So just to catch you up here, Wilson over at 3rd for the Eagles and Baca over at 2nd. Lansing's still up at the plate with a 2-2 count. The payoff pitch. Runs inside, and then I'll get it for the backwards K. 4 strikeouts for Alexis Erzman. That'll be the third out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The Marauders still down 2-1. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
We're here in the the bottom of the fifth inning, back on the campus of Mingus Union High School at the softball field. The Mingus Marauders currently trailing the Flagstaff Eagles 2-1. Mackenzie Figge, Alexis Erzman, and Marissa Vaca, the 1-2-3 for the Mingus Marauders. Gianna Baca still on the mound for the Flagstaff Eagles. The first one on the way to Figge is chopped foul. Figge got on with the fielder's choice in the first inning, did get on with an error in the third, did come around to score the only run so far for the Mingus Marauders as they look to play catch-up here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Very, very small hill to climb, only a 1-run deficit, 2-1 our score. 0-1 count here to Mackenzie Figge. The pitch on the way. The 0-1 skied in the air to center field. Elliott gets a good beat on it, makes the catch for out number 1. So Alexis Erzman will step up. Erzman so far 2 for 2 with 2 singles, was stranded at first in the first inning, stranded at second in the third. As we take a look at that replay, Elliott just making a very simple play out in center field for the first out of the inning. And now we'll see what Erzman can do here. As I mentioned, Erzman, 2 hits so far. We'll see if she can get number 3, the first one on the way. Erzman skies that one into center field. Elliott going back on it at the wall. Erzman helps her own cause with a home run and with 1 down. And the Marauders tie it up 2-2. Air Alexis deep into center field. And the Marauders tie it up here in the bottom of the fifth. And Marissa Vaca will step up. We take a look at that one. Erzman able to get all of that one. Just a nice piece of hitting from the junior pitcher, helping herself out with a solo shot and with 1 out. She knew it was gone. And now with 1 down, we'll see what Marissa Vaca's got. First one on the way. Vaca with a piece into center field. We'll see if it falls. It will not. What a great grab from Elliott in center. We'll see. Oh, and maybe they call her safe? I think I say Elliott dropped it. So Vaca gets on with a double. As we take a look at the replay here, Elliott did miss it. Yeah, no, there it is. Yep. Not a bad play, though, from Reese Elliott out in center field, just unable to come down with it. Great effort, but just unable to make the catch. So now Vaca is on second with 1 out. Some people behind me saying that they thought that she caught it. Clearly, I thought the same thing. But they're going to say that she didn't, and we saw the replay there as Vaca is now officially safe at second with a double with 1 out, and now it'll be Mallory Copeland. Copeland hitless so far, ground out in the first, flew out in the third. We'll see what she can do with a runner on second. 1 down for the Mingus Marauders. Sydney Stapleton waiting on deck. Mingus able to tie it up with a home run from Alexis Erzman. 1 down here to Mallory Copeland, the first one on the way. Copeland watches that one away for a strike. The 0-1 on the way to Copeland. The pitch. Copeland into left. Thompson tracking it down, makes the catch for out number 2. And now Sidney Stapleton will step up. Stapleton also hitless so far. Ground out in the second inning, strikeout in the third. And now with the runner on second, Elliott looking to give the Marauders their first lead tonight. Two down here for the Flagstaff Eagles. Stapleton looking to move Vaca into scoring position or into home. As she takes the first pitch high for a ball. No, she's already in scoring position. My point being is looking to bring her in to score. There we are. 1-0 count here. Pitch on the way. Stapleton gets a piece of that one. The count will now run even at 1. So 1-1 count here. Stapleton awaiting the pitch. It is on the way. And it's away for a ball. Now the count will go to 2-1. The 2-1 on the way. Stapleton pops that one up foul. The count will now even at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire looking for some new softballs. 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Vaca over at second. A lot of 2s on the board. Runner at second. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Score is 2-2. And Stapleton's at the plate. She wears 22. The 2-2. Stapleton. That'll go foul. Would have been really something if Stapleton had gotten a hit here. But the count remains the same, so she'll get an opportunity once again with a bunch of 2s on the board. So Stapleton awaiting the 2-2 here from Vaca. Vaca over at second, the 2-2. Stapleton rips that one down in the left field. Thompson will field it. Vaca will round third. The relay throw is going to not be in time, and the Marauders take the lead. 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2s come up clutch. It's Stapleton with a single. She brings in the leading run. And now Cameron Jones will step up. Jones a walk in the second, was stranded at third, and then grounded out in the 4th. And we'll get a pinch runner. It'll be Kiki Saravo as the pinch runner for Stapleton, the catcher. We saw Saravo the last time we were here a while back when the Marauders took on Lee Williams. And once again, Soki and Saravo, the 2 pinch runners for the Mingus Marauders. And we'll see Cameron Jones step up to the plate. Saravo over at first. No one else on. 2 outs for Cameron Jones. Marauders able to tie it up here and also get the lead in the bottom of the 5th. First one on the way is in there for a strike to Jones. Mikhail Gording waiting on deck. Oh, 1 count here to Jones. The pitch on the way with 2 down. Jones pops that one up. Williams tracking it down in foul territory, will make the catch, but not before Alexis Ersman can go yard to tie the game up, and then a single from Sidney Stapleton to score. Marissa Vaca in from second base, and the Marauders get the lead back 3-2 as we head to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Lily Anderson takes the first pitch away for a strike as we kick things off here in the top of the 6th inning. The Marauders able to get their lead back. It'll be Lily Anderson, Reese Elliott, and Alyssa Williams for the Flagstaff Eagles as they continue to face Alexis Erzman. Count now 1-1. Anderson taking it deep in the 4th inning for a leadoff home run in the top of the 4th to get the Eagles their then lead. And then Erzman, funny enough, tags her back, hits a home run the inning after. That one's a ball. Or they're going to call strike, excuse me. That one's 1-2. Erzman able to hit a home run, and then it was a single from Stapleton that brought around Vaca to score. And the Marauders now lead 3-2 as we are here in the top of the 6th. 1-2 count. The pitch on the way. Off the end of the finger there, Copeland grabs it with her bare hand, throw on to first, not in time. So 3 for 3 now is Lily Anderson. She's the first base runner for the Flagstaff Eagles. And now it'll be Reese Elliott stepping up. Elliott looking for a base hit. We take a look at the replay there. You can see Anderson just barely getting a piece of it, but Copeland, very, very close play over at first. As we'll take one more look at it here. Or actually, that's live. Excuse me, never mind. So Erzman will step up here, and that one is for a strike as Elliott tries to lay down the bunt. So Elliott trying to move Anderson over to second with no outs here. Eagles looking to get their lead back. Erzman just trying to keep it quiet, the 0-1. That pitch is high, and it'll go for a ball. Anderson is going to take off to third. It's an overthrow, and Anderson's going to come in and score. Erzman had her out at third, but she threw it over the third baseman's head, and Anderson scores. So we're tied once again. And now Elliott steps up with no one on. We're now knocked again at 3. And now the 1-1 here to Elliott is swung on a miss for strike 2, but Anderson, aggressive on the base paths, takes second, takes third, and comes in and scores. And now a 1-2 count here. The pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Stapleton's going to have to make the throw to first. She will, no problem, for out number 1. So now Alyssa Williams will step up. Williams, another hitless Eagles so far. Or no, let me take that back. She did get a single in the 4th. She was stranded at first base in the 4th inning. And one down here for Alexis Erzman. First one on the way. It's swung on a miss for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here with one down. The pitch. Slow chopper. Balo able to make the grab at second. Throw on to first is in time for out number 2. And now it'll be Leanna Albert. Albert hitless so far. Struck out in the 2nd. Popped up in the 4th. Marauders looking for out number 3 here. As the Eagles able to strike here in the top of the 6th. Marauders, of course, will get their opportunity in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Albert is swung on and missed. And, of course, if the Marauders can get their lead back in the bottom half of this inning, they'll look to close things out in the top of the 7th. And I won't discuss what happens if they don't, because we all know what will. The 0-1, that's away for ball 1. So now it's a 1-1 count here to Albert with 2 down. Erzman looking to get out of the inning. That one is in for a strike. The count will go to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. The 1-2 on the way to Albert. Swung on and missed. Got out of the inning, but not before the Eagles could strike and tie things up at 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Marauders look to get their lead back. We'll be right back.
Lawler Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Lawler Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Lawler Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks.
And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program.
The Suzy Q drive-through window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone. At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Mikkel Gordon, Kaylee Watson, and Ella Balo are the 1-2-3 for the Marauders here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We are tied 3-3. The Marauders 3 runs, the Flagstaff Eagles 3 runs. Mingus looking to get their lead back and close things out in the top of the 7th inning. And it'll start off with Mikkel Gordon, who does have a single so far. The first one on the way from Baca. Gordon watches that one low for a ball. So a 1-0 count here to Mikkel Gordon with no outs, no one on. The 1-0. Gordon takes a piece of that one and goes foul. Watson waiting on deck. Both Gordon and Watson 1 for 2 so far tonight. Gordon awaiting the 1-1, the pitch. Gordon down the line, foul. Now the counter runner 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Mikkel Gordon. Gordon looking to get things going for the Mingus Marauders here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gordon able to get a single in her last at-bat in the 4th. We'll see what she can do here. The 1-2 on the way. Gordon gets another piece of that one. It goes foul. Gordon 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs the last time these two teams matched up on Tuesday. And then was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs in the win against Williams on Saturday. And now 1 for 2 so far with a 1-2 count here on Thursday. The 1-2. Gordon fouls that one off, staying alive. Count will remain 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. No one out, no one on. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Mikkel Gordon awaiting the 1-2 from Baca, the pitch. Swung on and missed. It'll be another strikeout. It'll be another strikeout for Baca, and now Kaylee Watson will step up. Watson got on with a single in the 2nd, was stranded at 2nd, and then grounded out in the 4th. 1 down here for the Flagstaff Eagles. Ella Balo waiting on deck. Watson awaiting the first pitch here with 1 down. That one's low for a ball. So 1-0 count here, the pitch on the way. That one's in the air. Coming over to track it down is Lansines, and it'll go foul. So the count will go to 1-1 here. The 1-1 here with 1 down, the pitch. That'll go another ball. 2-1. Two 2-1 count here to Watson. The pitch on the way. Watson watches that one low. Now the count will go to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strikes here to Kaylee Watson with 1 out. Watson looking to get on. Ella Balo waiting on deck. Tied up at 3s here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 3-1 to Watson. Runs inside. It will be a strike. Nice inside pitch there from Baca. And now Watson with a 3-2 count and 1 down will have to protect. Payoff pitch from Baca on the way. In the dirt. It'll be a walk. So Watson gets on. It'll bring up Ella Balo, who did get a single in the first, struck out in the second, and grounded out in the fourth. With the runner on first with 1 down, we'll see what Ella Balo can do. And Mackenzie Figge waiting on deck. Balo waits the first one on the way. It'll be away for a strike. Count will go to 0-1. Watson over at first. 1 down for the Mingus Marauders. Balo looking to bring Watson in to score or put her into scoring position. The 0-1 is away. That'll be ball 1. Watson almost tempting the arm of Anderson. One count here with 1 down. Pitch on the way to Balo. That one's away. Count will go now 2-1. 2-1 count here to Balo with 1 down. Pitch on the way. That one's away for ball 3. Throw down to first is not in time. Watson is safe. And now Balo with a good hitter's count here on 3-1. Anything close, she might take a hack. If not, she'll look to get on with a walk and bring up Mackenzie Figge, possibly with runners on second and first. But for now, a 3-1 count here to Ella Balo with 1 down. The 3-1. Balo gets a piece of that one in the left field. It'll fall. Watson will round second. She will stay at third. Balo does her job. 2 runners in scoring position. And the Marauders with an opportunity here with Mackenzie Figge. Ella Balo doing a great job getting Watson to third. She'll stay at second. A nice piece of hitting down the left field line. And now Mackenzie Figge will look to come up clutch for the Marauders and give them their lead back here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 down for Mingus. Figge so far this afternoon got on with the fielder's choice, did get on with that error from Baca. She did come around to score that inning. And you got to kind of look at that 3rd inning as the big question mark for the Flagstaff Eagles. And considering that Figge did come around to score, had she not, this game might be 3-2, but we could speculate all day. And of course, Figge flew out in the 5th inning. She'll drive that one down the line, but it'll be foul. So Figge right now 0 for 3, looking for a base hit, and what a base hit to get right now. If she can bring around 2, this puts Mingus in a wonderful position to wrap things up in the top of the 7th, as opposed to hoping to get the victory in the bottom of the 7th. But here in the bottom of the 6th, runners on second and third. The 0-1 on the way to Figge. Figge looking to drop the bunt, does not. Watches that one go low for a ball. Count will go to 1-1. One count here to Figge. Pitch on the way from Baca. Figge swings and misses that high fastball for a strike. The count will go to 1-2. Alexis Erzman waiting on deck. Erzman has already hit a home run tonight, along with 2 singles in the 3rd and 1st. So Figge can get on. A good opportunity for the Marauders with Alexis Erzman up and bases possibly loaded. Figge awaiting the 1-2. The pitch on the way. Runs inside. The count will go for a ball. Or excuse me, the count will go to 2-2. That one was a ball. So a 2-2 count here to Mackenzie Figge. Anything close, she's going to have to take a hack at it. The 2-2. Figge pops it up. In between left and center, Thompson unable to track it down. Figge comes up clutch. The Marauders lead as Watson scores. Mackenzie Figge able to get a piece on it into center left field. It drops in between Watson and Thompson and Elliott, excuse me. Watson comes in to score. And Balo is stranded at third with Alexis Ayersman up and only one down. Marauders lead 4-3. They're playing Ghetto Boys here at the softball field. What a great song that is, though. So anyway, one down with Alexis Ayersman. Runners on second and third. Figge over at second, Balo over at third. Ayersman wanted to swing at that inside pitch, but lays off of it. Count to go 1-0. Ayersman, as I mentioned, hit a home run last inning to give the Marauders the lead. And now she's working with the lead here. The 1-0 on the way. Ayersman, hard chopper to short. Elliott, throw to home, is not in time. Balo safe. And they'll get another throw down to second. Balo will score. Figge will score. Ayersman gets on second. Forcing the throw. And the Marauders able to get the lead, or extend their lead, 6-3 now. So it was a throw. So Ayersman took off from first to go to second. She was safe. Forcing the throw from Anderson, which brought in Figge. So Ayersman doing a great job there, getting on. And we will see Vaca come in. And we get a pinch runner for the Mingus Marauders. That'll be Freeman. And Coach Hernandez will go talk to his pitcher. And we'll see a substitution here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get a new pitcher for the Eagles. Marauders leading 6-3 in the bottom of the sixth with one down.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
Gracie Schmitz will be the pitcher for the Flagstaff Eagles. We take a look at that replay. You can see the throw home there from the shortstop, Elliott. Anderson, or I should say Ayersman, over at first. She got the single, was genius to take off from first to second, draw that throw from Anderson. Balo came in to score, and the Marauders, 6-3. Figge came in to score initially, draws the throw in, and then Ayersman takes off to second. And then Anderson tries to make the throw, and Balo comes in to score. So Mingus now leading 6-3. They'll have a new pitcher on the mound for the Flagstaff Eagles. That'll be Gracie Schmitz. Schmitz did pitch on Tuesday for the Flagstaff Eagles. And we will see Marissa Vaca step up. One down for the Mingus Marauders. Ayersman over at second. She is the lone base runner. Once again, Alexis Ayersman helping out her own cause. Hit a home run in the 5th inning to get the lead. And now here, looking to extend the lead, she does. Gives herself 2 more insurance runs. First one on the way to Vaca. She's got a double so far tonight. Schmitz, the first pitch. Down the line to third base, off the glove of Albert. They're going to try to make the play at third. They do not. Airsman safe. And Vaca gets on. Marauders will continue this inning. So I should say now over at second base is Freeman. Airsman was pinch run for. So it's Freeman over at third. Vaca now over at first, and here's Mallory Copeland. Copeland looking for her first hit tonight. With one down, here's her opportunity. The first one on the way from Schmitz. Lays down a bunt. Gets it right to the pitcher. Schmitz not going to make a throw to anybody. Copeland's on. Vaca goes to second. Freeman stays at third. Bases loaded for Sydney Stapleton. And Stapleton came up clutch. I should say she was actually the one who got the Marauders to lead. The home run from Airsman just tied it up. But Stapleton got a single in the fifth inning to score. Marissa Vaca from second. And the Marauders got their lead back. And now leading 6-3 with the bases loaded. We'll see what Stapleton can do here against Schmitz. First one on the way with one down. Freeman at third. Vaca at second. And now Copeland over at first. The first one on the way. Stapleton takes that one in for a strike. Some good velocity here from Schmitz. Of course, her brother plays for the Flagstaff baseball team. A lot of crossover. Of course, Ella Belo's brother Ben playing for the boys baseball team here at Mingus. Stapleton awaiting the 0-1 here. Pitch on the way. That one's high for ball one. So now a 1-1 count here to Stapleton. Mingus up 6-3. The 1-1. Stapleton watches that one away for a strike. The count will go to 0-2. One down here for the Flagstaff Eagles. The 1-2 on the way to Stapleton from Schmitz. Pitch. Swung on and missed. It'll be a strikeout. The first strikeout for Schmitz. Two down for the Flagstaff Eagles is now with 2 outs. And everyone on base, it'll be Cameron Jones. Jones got on with a walk in the second inning, was stranded at third, grounded out in the fourth, and popped up in the fifth inning. Bases loaded here, and we'll see what Jones can do. Jones awaits the first pitch here with 2 outs. Gordon, who started the inning, waiting on deck. Pitch on the way. Jones gets a piece of it, goes foul. Oh, 1 count here as the baseball finds its way onto the softball field. Nice little April Fool's joke. So an 0-1 count here, 2 down, everyone on base. Freeman at third, Vaca at second, Copeland over at first, Cameron Jones at the plate. The 0-1 with 2 outs. The pitch. Chopper. Williams picks it up, tags the runner out, and ends the inning. But not before the Marauders could bring around 3 and get their lead back. They now lead 6-3 and look to shut the door on the Flagstaff Eagles and look to move to 7-0 on the season and 2-0 against these Flagstaff Eagles. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass, Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience, with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
It'll be Cheyenne Thompson, Danica Wilson, and Andy Elliott. The 1-2-3 for the Flagstaff Eagles here in the top of the 7th inning as Thompson takes a hack at the first pitch, chops it foul, and the count will go to 0-1. This will be potentially the final 3 outs for the Flagstaff Eagles as the Marauders looking for back-to-back victories against these Eagles. They beat them on the road earlier this week on Tuesday, 3-0, and look to shut the door here as that one swung on a miss for strike 2. Look to shut the door here on a 6-3 victory with Alexis Erzman still on the mound for the Mingus Marauders. And what a great bottom of the 6th for Mingus it was. They were able to bring around a few and extend their lead 6-3. The 0-2 on the way to Thompson, the pitch. That was going to be away for ball 1. Thompson a single in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 5th. And she awaits the 1-2 here from Erzman. Popped up, Bela going back. We'll see who will track it down. It is Jones. She'll make the catch for out number 1. Great grab from Cameron Jones out in right field. And now we will see the pitcher, Gracie Schmitz, step up. We take a look at that one. Jones having to track it down and able to make the grab, running backwards. 1 down here for the Mingus Marauders. Schmitz stepping up for her first at-bat tonight. First one on the way. Schmitz get a piece of it. Vaca over at short. Got to clean it up. Throw on to first. In time for out number 2. Vaca able to stay with it and get Schmitz out at first. 2 down for the Marauders. They're 1 away from another win. Elliott a single in the 3rd, grounded out in the 1st, and struck out in the 5th. And she is potentially the final out for the Flagstaff Eagles here in the top of the 7th inning. First one on the way. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Oh, 1 count here to Elliott. The 0-1 from Erzman, the pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Two down for the Marauders, a 1-2 count, or 1-1 count here, the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 2. Count will go to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 2 strikes now on Elliott. Marauders looking to shut the door on another victory. Improve their record to 7-0. And look to face Shadow Mountain on Monday in a makeup game. Erzman, 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Elliott. With 2 outs, the pitch is high and the count will go full. What is softball without some dramatics here? 3-2 count. Elliott looking to extend this 2-out rally for the Eagles. Erzman looking to shut it down here. The 3-2. Foul. So Elliott strides in, 3 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 down. The last line of defense for the Flagstaff Eagles potentially. The 3-2 is high, she'll get on. It'll bring up Gianna Baca. Baca so far, ground out in the 1st, ground out in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th inning. And now with a runner on and 2 outs, she'll look to extend the inning here. First one on the way from Erzman. The pitch. Slow chopper. Baca Grounds it at short. Won't make the throw to first. So Baca gets on, and now Lansines will step up. Lansines, a walk in the first, ground out, and a strikeout in the third and fifth, respectively. And now with runners on second and first, 2 down, the Eagles tying run at the plate. First one on the way from Erzman, the pitch. In there for a strike. The 0-1 here, Erzman, pitch on the way. That'll go foul. Now the count will go to 0-2. Possible last strike here for Alexis Erzman. Was unable to get Elliott and Baca out. Looking to get Lansines here with an 0-2 count and 2 down. Erzman, the 0-2. Got her! Marauders able to get the victory, 6-3. They continue their success here against the Flagstaff Eagles, beating them on Tuesday, coming back home here on Thursday, and walking away with a victory. Alexis Erzman closing things out in the top of the 7th. And now the Marauders move to 7-0 on the season, 6-0 in region, and remain atop the 4A Grand Canyon region. We're going to wrap things up here. We'll come back, get you the stats, and get you a preview for Monday's game right here on Verde Valley TV. Stay with us.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
A solid victory for Coach John Brown and the Mingus Marauders. They take another one against 4A Grand Canyon region opponent, the Flagstaff Eagles. The Mingus Marauders winning 6-3 in 7 innings. Philip Catafamo, happy to have you along with me here at Mingus Union High School. And Coach Brown's attention will go to Monday, where the Marauders take on Shadow Mountain in a makeup game that was canceled earlier in the season. The Marauders will look to get a out-of-region win and continue their hot streak back here at home on Monday, whereas the Flagstaff Eagles will look to bounce back after back-to-back losses and play Holbrook on Saturday. For the Flagstaff Eagles, Baca, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 6 earned runs. Schmitz coming in relief, 1 inning pitched, and 1 strikeout did her job coming in relief to quiet the bats of the Mingus Marauders. For those Mingus Marauders, Alexis Erzman, what another great outing for the junior pitcher. 7 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts for Alexis Erzman in a victory for the Mingus Marauders. 6-3. The Marauders focus their attention now on Shadow Mountain on Monday. You can watch that game right here on Verde Valley TV. For everybody here at Yavapai Broadcasting, for our cameramen, John Stabe, Steve Endicott, our producer, Ryan Nichols, I am Philip Catafamo, wishing you a great rest of your night. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you Monday for Shadow Mountain right here on Verde Valley TV.